Yo, 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 what's the word? What's the word, man? Look, it's Wild 100's Q and I'm back with another video. In today's video, man, we're going to talk about FBG Duck. We're going to talk about his murder case. We're going to talk about the old Block 5, and I'm going to let y'all know kind of like the update, some of the things I've been hearing, and some of the things that I'm thinking about as we approach this 2023, and how we get to the point where the trial's finally going to take place on October 2nd of this year. So I wanted to get off into that. But before I get all into that, man, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and run the views up. Okay, look, so Pete, I ain't going to even hold y'all. All right, now look, my whole question is, man, this is something that the bloggers haven't really talked about. And this is something that a lot of niggas ain't really even been on. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want niggas to kind of peep what's going on in my perspective and what I'm thinking and what I also been hearing about the case. Now, a lot of niggas feel like this situation is an open and shut case based on what the feds already released. You know, saying that they got them on 4K leaving the O. You know what I'm saying? Coming back. The fourth fugitive being in Los name. C Murder having his baby mama information all in the car. His social media information. So a lot of people think it's open and shut. And I agree with that. I really do think it's open and shut. But what a lot of people not thinking is, how did it come to that? Right? This is how it came to it. Because at first, the streets was already talking. The streets already felt like the O had something to do with it, but they just couldn't prove it. So we all heard on the dispatch, you know what I'm saying, the Ford Fusion in the car and who it came back to. Everybody was masked up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, kind of played their role to the point they didn't know nothing. CPD and the feds had nothing. The only person that was caught out the gate was Los, because he went on a hit with the car in his name. So he was the only person that was caught. Right? Y'all know Duck got killed, I think, August 4th, 2020. Yeah, don't hold me if I ain't right about that, because I'm thinking off the top of my head and shit. And so what happened was, a week or so after the murder, after the hit, they brought Los in for questioning, right? We all know this. They brought Los in. They asked Los, was that his car on Oak Street? Was that him bringing the car from the dealership? Was that him coming back? Was this his paperwork? So all they was doing and crossing their T's and dotting their I's. They said, yeah. He said, yeah. But what they not telling, and this all gonna come out in the trial in October, is that they asked him, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? And folks gave up names. And so we really want to be real. He really the real reason why I think the rest of them went down. Now, yeah, sure, you could say, oh, well, they had him in 4K, everybody running to the cars, everybody getting in the cars, but that's not the issue. The issue was, they really couldn't put names to faces until they talked to that nigga first. That's just me. I think folks told. I think he gave them additional information. Now I know what y'all thinking. Well, if CPD brought him in, then that would be public. No, it's not. When they bring you in for questioning, you're not arrested. You're not fingerprinted. You don't have no mug shot. The bloggers don't know. We don't know. The streets don't know. See, all what CPD was doing was throwing up the alley hoop so that the feds can go ahead and make the dunk. You see what I'm saying? So this whole time, that's what was going on. Right? That's what was going on and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Los also, because I don't want to forget this, Los had that PPP loan. Right? He had a PPP loan, so the feds already was on his ass anyway. Then what they did was he took the money that he got from the feds, and then he used that money to get the car, and then he used that car to do a crime. So as he was doing all this shit, he kind of low key put the feds in this shit. He really put them in it, because had he not used fed money, it would have just stayed a state case. And CPD probably wouldn't have gave a fuck, for real, knowing who Duck is, knowing, they know pretty much what we know. A lot of this shit don't mean shit unless, motherfucker get hit, in the nice neighborhoods, suburbs, all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I think Los was the real reason why this shit went bad. And I think this nigga should be getting the same type of criticism as Gunna, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I think that they ain't had shit until his goof ass went off on a mission and they set this bullshit up. All of them could have did something better. But I'm thinking that he the whole reason why the feds got involved in the first place. Had he just moved right, the feds would have never gotten involved in this shit. And I think a lot of that shit y'all gonna see as it started to come out in the trial, October 2nd. They're gonna be at the Fed building downtown. I think it's on Dearborn Street. It ain't too far from the Willis Tower. And that's another thing too, while I'm talking about that, because I want to know, is it gonna be are they gonna, I'm sure Mama Duck gonna be there. I'm sure, Duck family gonna be there. I'm sure Wop, Muwop, and they family and people they fuck with, I'm sure they gonna be there. So it's gonna be a lot of, ops on both sides in that building. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a Fed building, and I don't give a fuck how gangster you think you is. That shit ain't gonna fly in front of no Fed building. But at the end of the day, all it takes is one person to do something to crash out. So I don't know if they're gonna really have that, kind of like a high profile where the public or, you know what I'm saying, is anybody gonna be able to just, be present, or it's just gonna be, just like on the internet or some shit. Like, is they gonna just do this shit, you know what I'm saying, just close to the public, and then they might put it on TV or some shit. I don't know. Because, a lot of shit that we was getting coming from the whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation and everything that was coming from just other cases as far as Young Dolph and other things like that, they actually had it like on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if Fox gonna take it. I don't know if WGN gonna take it. But we'll wait and see on that. But I'm curious to see, is it gonna be open to the public or not? And I'm curious to see, how they gonna handle the safety protocols. You know what I'm saying? Because, you never know what could happen in situations like that. Yeah, but I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I felt like Los the reason why all that shit went sour. And if you ask me, I think he low-key cooperated. I think they ain't know who WAP, C Murder, C Thing. I think they ain't know nothing about them niggas for real until that nigga got caught. You know what I'm saying? With his car. He opened the door for all this shit. And had they just had a hot car, they all be out right now. But, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Man, look, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, run the views up, share the video. Man, it's Wild 100's Q. I'm gone.